Right. Welcome back everyone. So if you feel ready, we can start practicing picture description part. For this part, I have prepared for you two timed practices actually. So this is the first one, all right? So if you remember, as you remember, picture description consists of two questions actually, and this is not a very difficult part indeed, all right? Let's remember again, make sure that your recording device is ready, everyone. You need to record your voice and actually receive feedback from the AI after our practice session, all right? Let's remember the instructions for this part. Again, this time you have 45 seconds to prepare your response, but then you will have 30 seconds to speak about the picture, and this is how we're going to do it here, everyone. All right, so let's start with question 1 if you are ready. So for this, you will have, once I show you the question, I will give you 45 seconds to prepare for the question. If you are ready, I'm going to show you the first picture. Let's go. You have 45 seconds to prepare. Right, time is up, everyone. Please prepare your recording devices. Now I will give you 30 seconds to practice describing this photograph. Are you ready, everyone? Let's go. You have 30 seconds to describe the photograph. All right. Time is up, everyone. So it's a beautiful photo, very actually motivating photograph, very charming. All right, so an expected response would be something like this. In this photo, we see a man playing a guitar while sitting on a bench. He looks like a street musician. Next to him, a little boy is watching him play with a smile on his face. He seems to be holding his mother's hand. The man is wearing a hat and a black suit. The man is completely focused on playing the guitar, while the boy looks curious and interested in the music. The setting appears to be outdoors, with a street in the background. Now everyone, this is a long text actually. It will take more than 30 seconds to produce something like this in the exam, but it's just an example. It's an example of what you can actually talk about in a photograph. As you can see, you are describing actions. You are describing who these people possibly might be, okay? Again, action, here, okay? Appearance, okay, here. He's focused on playing the guitar, and the boy looks curious, interested, so focused, curious, interested, moods actually, and general setting, okay? All right, let's move on to question number 2 if you're ready, okay? So please everyone, let's concentrate. I will give you another 45 seconds to prepare. Please concentrate, all right? Let's go. All right, time is up, everyone. Please make your recording device ready and record yourself describing this photo in 30 seconds. Are you ready? Let's go. You have 30 seconds to describe the photo. Oh, time is up actually. All right. So, as you can see, this is a different photograph. This is from a professional setting, okay? All right, let's have a look at the expected response. So, in this picture, a group of people are gathered around a table listening to a woman in a business suit. The woman is probably giving a presentation, and she's pointing to the large screen, showing some charts and figures. There are 5 people around the table, 3 women and 2 men. The room is equipped with an air conditioner, a whiteboard, a monitor, and a lamp. The atmosphere is professional and focused, with everyone seated and paying close attention to the presentation. Okay? As you can see, people, again, we talk about actions, moods, so actions of the people, mood, the atmosphere or the environment, okay, and also the mood of the people, how people look like, okay. All right, actually, first, before we continue with extra practice, I want to give you some strategies about picture description. All right, so what could be some possible strategies? People, it's always a good idea to start with the general and more important event in the picture and move on to more specific and less important details. So we start with general, more important events and move on to more specific and less important details in the picture. All right? That's a strategy. So you can start by describing the people and their actions. You describe the people and their actions. You continue by describing people's moods and emotions. How do people look in terms of their moods and emotions? And you finish by describing the place and the setting. All right? So this is a strategy. This is a suggested strategy. You can actually change the order of how you do things, but it's a good strategy. All right. So step by step, you can describe people and their actions, how people look and what they do. All right. You can describe people's moods and emotions, how they feel. Okay. And you can describe the place and the setting. Actually, in both examples, we described all 3 of these, all right? So you can actually go back and have a look at them. All right. So you may start your talk with expressions like, the photo shows, or In this picture, we can see this and that, or in this photo, a man, a woman, a group of people are gathered around the table and having a presentation, kind of. You can start with expressions like these. It's a very good idea to study some common adjectives that describe people's moods, okay? So a cheerful person, a serious person, a nervous person, a fully focused person, all right? So it's a good idea to study them. And actually, in the next slide, I will give you most common adjectives that you can use to describe people's moods, all right? And you may describe the setting or the environment by saying, the setting appears to be a meeting hall, a professional meeting hall, a professional presentation, okay? The atmosphere is lively, okay? It looks like a typical, extraordinary something, okay? All right, so you can describe the setting or the environment by saying these, by using these expressions, all right? Right, so what are some adjectives that you can use to describe mood and personality? So it's very important, everyone. You describe actions, you describe mood and personality of the people, and you describe setting in the photographs, and this will take you even more than 30 seconds actually, all right? So what adjectives can you use? Firstly, some positive adjectives, all right? You can say cheerful or joyous, cheerful, happy, all right? You can say creative, romantic, very good. Playful, if you're talking about a child, for example, a kid, you can use the word playful. Relaxed, okay? Comfortable. Emotional, all right? Optimistic. Optimistic is a very good vocabulary item you can use in this type of an exam. Happy or content. Now, many people do not know the word content, but it means happy with his or her condition, all right? So you can use content instead of happy, actually, because this is a stronger word, actually. Some other positive adjectives might be concentrated or focused, all right? Euphoric. Euphoric means very, very happy, all right? Very energetic, full of energy, euphoric. Hopeful, all right? Affectionate. Affectionate means full of love towards a person, all right? That's an affectionate person. Confident, very good, very good. Determined, determined to do something, very decisive about doing something, okay? And friendly is a very common positive adjective. What about some neutral adjectives? Not positive, not negative, but neutral adjectives, all right? So, rebellious. Rebellious means a person who rebels against something. It might be in a positive context or a negative context, so it's neutral. Serious, okay? Quiet, you can use. Calm. Cautious, careful. Reflective or thoughtful. Very, very common vocabulary items. All right, so these are some neutral adjectives, as you can see here. And some negative adjectives could be anxious or nervous. Depressed, all right? Pessimistic. So optimistic was here. Optimistic means having positive feelings for the future or for your situation. But pessimistic is usually, if you're pessimistic, you feel negatively about things, right? Angry or furious, yeah. Gloomy and sad. So instead of using sad all the time, you can actually use the word gloomy, which is stronger than sad actually, right? Dominant, all right? Hopeless, hopeful, hopeless. Shy, confused, right? And disappointed. So these are some adjectives that you might consider using while describing pictures, everyone. All right? So to wrap things up, when we are describing pictures, we describe people, maybe what they wear, okay? We describe people's actions, what they are doing, usually with present continuous tense. We describe people's moods and personalities. And finally, we describe the atmosphere or the setting of the picture, all right? Let's take a short break right here. And right after the break, we're going to practice picture description one more time, everyone. See you after the break.